What's up, y'all? It's Joker Manuel here, coming at you one time with the sleepy eyes. It's like the AM time. I'm drinking my coffee. If you hear some noise in the background, it's because there's some construction slash renovation going on the other side of my apartment. And, I was on Twitter and I saw a Dexterto article talking about One Piece animator slam sound design team for the latest episode. Now, I saw the latest episode of One Piece, which is Luffy versus Kizaru. This is something that I've been looking forward to for a long time. I think anybody who's a manga reader has been looking forward to the fight between Luffy and Borsalino. We didn't even expect it to be as ham as it was, and it was super ham. Phenomenal episode. Super happy about it. And then I come and I see this article. I'm gonna get into it real quick with you guys. One Piece animator calls for entire sound team to be fired over unprofessional work. A One Piece animator slams a series sound design team, labeling them unprofessional and calling for staff members to be fired. Okay, let me do this one. This is better. On April 28th, Shigetsugu, an animator known for his work on Chainsaw Man, Kaiju number 8, and One Piece, voiced anger over Toei Animation's sound design team, saying pulling the series out for using outdated sound effects. I think Toei should fire the One Piece sound team immediately, the animator wrote on X. It's unprofessional work. While the animator has since deleted that tweet, many One Piece fans have also echoed Shigetsugu's frustrations over the animated sound. I'm gonna butcher that guy's name all the time when I say it, so excuse me for that. I agree, I don't know why Toei is still using dated, several decade-old sound designs, wrote one commenter. It's even worse because a lot of them come from Dragon Ball. Now, I've noticed the Dragon Ball sounds ever since Wano Act 3, especially during those epic fights on the rooftop, and once they all divided up and started doing their own split fights. I'm talking Luffy versus Kaido, Big Mom versus Law and Kid, and Zoro versus King, and even Sanji a little bit. I've been heard the Dragon Ball sound effects, and it never really bothered me. I noticed it. I noticed the charging up sounds. It never really bothered because we've been getting just such stellar animation. I've been content, especially after years and years of this series not having that, not having a dedicated team working on the animation, not outsourcing. So to see people complaining about this, man, go touch grass, dude. It's like, okay, sure. Could the sound design use a bit of touching up? Sure. But to the extent of this entire kerfuffle on the internet calling for the firing of the entire sound team, unprofessional work, I can't speak to the animator's opinion on that. Those are his words, and I'm not an animator, and I don't want to step the boundary of fan to being anything other than that, because I am a fan first and foremost. I think it is one thing to bring awareness to it, and I think it's another thing to be overly critical, especially during what is some of the best One Piece we've ever gotten. One Piece is at its best right now. Overly critical, I think, is what's happening. A bit of needing to touch grass. People are also saying the sound effects and the design for the episode hindered their experience of watching the episode, enjoying the episode. Give me a break. Give me a break. You cannot be serious. I think it's a bit too much, but hey, that's the internet. That's my medium hot take. I think fans need to calm down, but what else is new? At least nobody's getting death threats yet. All right, that's it for me. Peace out, y'all.